In this video, we will take you to a distant and mysterious land where nature is harsh and unpredictable and life is hard and unyielding. The place is hidden among the endless snowy roofs of Siberia, the village of Shchi in the Tisul district of Korova region, part of the vast territory of the Russian Federation. September 5th, 1969, a date that will remain forever in the annals of time. Alexander Mulligan, an experienced and respected head of the ORS, had looked anxiously at the message he received. It said that one of his miners had come across what appeared to be a marble sarcophagus clinging to the age-old embrace of the earth at a depth of 70 meters. Wasting no time, M. Mulligan reported to the authorities about this mysterious artifact found in the very heart of Mother Earth. Rumors among the miners began to spread with the speed of the north wind. "They'll come and take it from us," they grumbled. "And we, who have found it, will be left empty-handed. They won't even tell us what was inside." But Mulligan was determined. The sarcophagus must be brought to the surface. It was a discovery that could change history. The miners were steadfast in unraveling the mystery to the end, driven by the secret hope that they had discovered a buried treasure of gold. With every stroke of the pickaxe, with every hour spent in sweat, they came closer to discovering the secret locked in the heart of the marble artifact. When they opened the sarcophagus, the expected gold objects and precious stones were absent. Instead, in a strange pink liquid lay a young woman inside. She was of refined beauty and looked as if she had been sculpted by nature itself, like a bouquet of the most beautiful flowers in the field. She seemed to be around 25 to 30 years old, about 170 to 180 centimeters tall, with wide open blue eyes that looked to the heavens. Her dark brown hair, soft and brittle, fell over her shoulders like a waterfall, reaching her waist. Her white lace dress, embroidered with flowers, gave her appearance a kind of timeless elegance. A small black metal box was found next to her head, hidden in the liquid. At first glance, it looked like a modern-day smartphone, but no one knew exactly what it was. One of the miners, provoked by deep curiosity and disregarding caution, dipped his finger into the liquid and tasted it. The next week was like a nightmare for him. He lost his mind, and in the winter, in the harsh Siberian cold night, he froze to death outside the door of his home, unable to recognize it. The beauty was named the Tisul Princess shortly after her discovery. She seemed to have been thrown to our time millions of years ago. Just a few hours after the princess was dug up, men in gray protective suits appeared out of nowhere. They tried to prevent anything that could reveal the secret of this princess. They shouted to the crowd, "Contagious! Contagious!" to disperse it. And soon, the mysterious find was torn from the hands of the miners and taken to an unknown direction by helicopter. Later, in the distant Siberian city of Novosibirsk, a scientist arrived with his hypotheses and speculations. He claimed the princess was hundreds of millions of years old. According to him, the pink liquid and the fabrics of her clothes were an inexplicable mystery that science has not yet been able to unravel. The local newspaper published a lackluster article about the discovery. Just when everyone began to think that this was the end of the story and no one would know anything more, something unexpected happened. The men in gray suits returned to the town and began searching the buildings and homes of the village, confiscating all publications containing the said article. They denied the existence of the princess and tried their best to erase everything related to her from history. The scientists from Novosibirsk and the newspaper's editor were punished for their attempt to reveal the truth that the state tried desperately to hide. According to unconfirmed sources, all witnesses to the event died mysteriously within a few years. Were these witnesses victims of the toxic fumes of the mysterious pink liquid, Or were they wiped out by the dark forces of the KGB? The truth may never be known. However, hypotheses and speculations continue to circulate. Some have speculated that the Tisul Princess may have been a representative of an ancient, advanced, and/or extraterrestrial civilization. Theories became increasingly popular with the public, while the government continued to deny her existence. Scientists still working on the case were trying to figure out how this princess could have lived at least 800 million years ago, during the Paleozoic era, even before the dinosaurs appeared, before our planet had even formed its first core. 3 more sarcophagi, similar to the first one, were found in the excavations. This new information raised a new wave of questions, the biggest mystery being how the body of the Tisul Princess was preserved and encapsulated for so many years without showing any signs of decomposition. She didn't even look dead, just asleep. Because of this fact, many people called her the real Sleeping Beauty. It seems that the Princess of Tisul is not the only one of her kind. In the distant days of ancient Rome, when the empire was flourishing and civilization was at the height of its greatness, a mystery was created. In the age of Cicero, one of the greatest orators and statesmen in the history of Rome, a secret was buried. A story about a young woman who many believed to be his daughter. Her body was found in a sarcophagus created with such craftsmanship that it seemed untouched by time. Even more incredible, inside the sarcophagus, her body was enveloped in a transparent liquid that apparently kept it in a perfectly preserved state. Many attempts have been made to determine the composition of this liquid, but each time scientists faced the scourge of the unknown. Over the years, many people have questioned the young woman's identity. Was she really Cicero's daughter, or just a woman who died during his time? Cicero's daughter, as she was called, became the subject of many speculations and theories. Some believe she was the victim of an ancient ritual or experiment. Others suggest that she may have been buried alive as a last-ditch effort by the alien Cicero to fight death. Aliens, gods, alchemy, magic, all have been called into question in attempts to explain how her body could have remained so well preserved over the centuries. In the Far East, in the mystical lands of ancient China, a new chapter of our history was beginning. Beyond the thick walls of stunning palaces and the shallow depths of ancient tombs, archaeologists were discovering something extraordinary. A young woman's body sealed in a sarcophagus, completely covered in a mysterious liquid. When the sarcophagus was opened, the liquid immediately evaporated. Everything happened so fast and unpredictably, leaving only the woman's body in its intact beauty. She laid there in peace and majesty, as if the sleep she had sunk into was still continuing. Scientists were in shock. The mysterious liquid that evaporated so quickly upon contact with air was something they had never seen. What was it? How had it managed to preserve the young woman's body so well over the centuries? The questions were countless, but the answers were missing. The story of the Tisul Princess turned out to be much larger and more complex than initially assumed. There was much more than what our eyes could see. The mystery related to the princess and the other secret beauties of the past deepens, and the questions multiply. What are these mysterious fluids that keep the ancient bodies in such a preserved state? What technology or knowledge was used to achieve this? And most importantly, where did these women come from? Why were they buried in such a way? The stories of the mysterious discovery from the mines were spread throughout the country, and heated discussions took place everywhere. Some people speculated about ancient advanced civilizations, ancient aliens, or even parallel worlds. Others suggested that these were religious rites performed by ancient cults who sought the path to eternal life. Each of these possible answers fuels the imagination and sparks public curiosity. For many people, this is as intriguing as it is frightening. The mystery of the Princess of Tisul and others like her remains unsolved, preserving the secret and enigma they kept at the heart of their sarcophagi. What else does our planet, full of mysteries and secrets, hide from us? Or, what are a group of people hiding from us, deciding what to reveal and what not? We must note that all such information and claims have been denied by the official authorities. The stories are branded as urban legends, and physical evidence is, naturally, helpfully absent. As we all know, many of the fairy tales are built on the basis of ancient accounts or events said to have happened countless years ago. Could it be that the tale of Sleeping Beauty is a fictional retelling inspired by an ancient true story? This we have no way of knowing, but it is a wonderful question, giving food for thought to our minds.